Of course. All right, guys. Tonight's team call is a live Q&A. We have done these in the past at the end of each month, and I wanted to bring them back, especially recently because I feel like every day I'm asked a different question at least a handful of times. And so what better time to answer questions than where everyone else could hear? Because chances are, if you are struggling with something, if you don't know about something, if you're on the fence about doing something, trying something out or whatever, chances are there's going to be at least a handful of other women just like you. Wait, is Casey on here? Now that we got Casey up in here, I don't know if he's here. So we may have a guy pop on here every once in a while. But so I gotta take it down a notch again and not say ladies. I gotta be aware. Anyways, so chances are that there's a handful of other people just like you who may be struggling. Yes, I know Casey can't, but maybe struggling, maybe on the fence about trying something. Maybe they've tried it out. This is not just me training you guys, because I know a lot of people, a lot of different coaches use different techniques and ways of doing things. So I wanted to bring back our end of the month live Q&As again, because it's great to hear from trainers. Last week, we had an awesome team call. If you guys did not listen to Kim Carver last week, make sure that you look in the YouTube. Oh my gosh, yeah, Cindy, mind blown. Like, he totally rocked our team call. And if you did not get on live or listening to the recording, make sure that you jump on the Unstoppable Misfits YouTube channel and make sure that you listen to that call. Like, legit, shut off your Facebook. Don't listen to it when you're driving down the road. Like, pay attention. Become aware of what he's saying, because and maybe I'm just forewarning you, you may need a tissue or two handy. Just saying, not saying that there was any tears shed. I'm just saying you may need a tissue. All right. So let's get into this. So I know that there was a couple questions posted in the big team page, and I'm going to pull them up real quick. But at any time, I want you guys to be a part of this, right? This is not the Vicki show. This is not the Cindy show. This is an Unstoppable Misfits show, right? So I want you guys to be engaging. Whether you have a question, don't be shy. No one's going to judge you. You know, I'm still learning. This is a work in progress. If you feel uncomfortable asking a question live, put it in the chat box. Shoot me a message. Shoot anyone a message, your upline or whatever. But there's no shame in the game. If you have a question, the worst thing that you can do is not ask, because then you will never know. But hold on, pulling my stuff up. Okay, first, I know that Jackie asked a question earlier. How do you recruit working coaches? Who here wants to recruit working coaches? Anybody? Okay, well, I know Cindy said that she had an answer for this. We may have similar ones. So I'm going to give you my feedback of how I think you recruit working coaches, and then I'll let Cindy answer, and anyone else that feels like answering too. So my advice is how you get recruiting, or how you get working coaches, how you recruit working coaches, is you work the business. Simple. You do the things that you need to do. You become a good example. And another way is how to recruit working coaches is you take easy out of your postings. Like, stop making shit look easy. Talk about hard work. Talk about dedication. Talk about commitment. Because you're going to scare off all the people that are in it for the quick fix. You're going to scare off all the people that quit after a week because they didn't make $100 their first week. You're going to scare off all the people who are not willing to dedicate time for their personal development, time for their workouts, time for their power hours. So when you change that verbiage, it's crazy the people that you're going to attract and the people you're going to no longer attract. You know what I mean? Because, if you think back way before you guys got started, maybe it was on your own health and fitness or whatever, what would you be more attracted to? Someone was like, lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Woo! Or would it be like, bust your ass every single day, get stung in the eyes with your sweat dripping in your face, blah, 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 scream at your window? Would you want to do that? No, you'd be like, that shit's hard. I'm going to go this route and lose 5 pounds in 5 days. Right? But now you're like, I like the hard work because, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel proud. I'm earning what I'm getting, right? It's all a mindset game. But Cindy, I'm going to let you answer that too. I got you.
Unmute me. Then I had to unmute myself, right?
I got you.
That was my immediate response too. Wait, was it Jackie or Angie that asked the question?
I think it was Jackie.
Jackie? Okay. Okay. So that was my immediate response was you show up, right? Because, and it isn't even a matter of it's no secret of my struggle with my own inconsistency in this business, right? Where I go in kind of waves of massive action and slow down in massive action. And you know what is the weirdest thing ever? Is when I'm at points of, even though I have the same coaches and, I'm growing my team, but I have a lot of long-term coaches that have stuck with me over the years, right? And the weirdest thing happens when I go on this wave, right? When I'm in massive action mode, all of a sudden, all my coaches start recruiting, right? And start working and start posting. And then when I slow down, all of a sudden, my coaches slow down, right? Now, I'm not doing anything different as far as like what I share with them or like the calls that I tell them to get on or, all that kind of stuff. Like, that's just what happens. I mean, it's bottom line. That's what happens. And so that's something that I've definitely learned, the hard way by, experiencing it myself is that that's just the reality of the situation. So, you were talking about the, in your post saying it's, say it's hard, right? Like, I think that a lot of people have misconceptions about network marketing. And unfortunately, that's something that's kind of like a downfall of our business is that people, in other companies or even people in Beachbody, they try to portray it as something that's going to be easy, some kind of quick fix. Like you'll see a lot of other customers that are like, this is going to be so easy. All you got to do, this product is so easy. People want this product, or, it's all hype, right? A lot of our business model is people focus on the hype and not the work and the solution, right? And unfortunately, that's why our business gets a bad rap because people think, oh, it's, that's where the pyramid scheme crap comes from. That's where all that stuff comes from or the scam stuff comes from is because people think they, legitimately come into this business thinking that they're going to be able to work this business, 15 minutes every week and be successful and be like living on some fucking beach in Hawaii. Oh, sorry, I swear. Some, beach in Hawaii for the rest of their life, like raking in all this residual income, right? Anyone that works, any business owner, you have to work. It doesn't matter if it's network marketing. The only difference between network marketing and a more traditional business or even working a 9-to-5 job, which is nothing wrong with working a 9-to-5 job. Like that's awesome too. But the thing is and the reason why I chose network marketing, why I believe it's definitely a better path is that you have unlimited potential in network marketing, right? Like there's no cap in network marketing. There's generally a cap. Like in my other business, in my accounting business, there's a cap. I'm billable hours. So there's only a certain amount of time I can bill, right? So, but you have to put the work in to get that residual income built up still. And I think that that's something that people really, really struggle with. And I do believe it has to do with our posting. So, Angie, right? Your sister, no, Jackie, you did this today, right? Your post? Jackie, who posted that? Jackie posted a post today about Girl Boss Wanted that I saw that actually stood out in my newsfeed, right? Which is really good. So it was a really good post, right, Jackie? Because I was actually scrolling today and I was like, oh, what's this? Like, right? But she actually wrote in her post today, which I thought was freaking awesome. She says, I'm looking for leaders, capital letters. I'm looking for leaders who are ready to work with me one-on-one. Learn how to build additional income by helping others improve their health and fitness. If you're focused and goal-driven, she's telling people exactly what she wants, right? Like, if you like to challenge yourself and you're willing to, capital letters, work to get there, right? Like people that are going to see this, like that's the thing is that we have to sell people on the vision that, yeah, you're still going to have to work and show up, and put in the effort, but there's unlimited potential if you do it, right? Versus at a 9-to-5.
I got to let you guys know a little something. So I don't know if you guys seen Carl Deichler's post about how when Shift Shop did the sneak peek, it was the largest sneak peek that people streamed on demand that Monday. Because what they did, how they were marketing Shift Shop is the challenge, the work, the effort, not the fact that it was going to be 25 minutes like they did with 21 Day Fix and how it's only 30 minutes, how it's only 30 minutes, how it's only 30 minutes. but they put in the work. They advertise the work. They advertise the challenges. They advertise the struggles in it. And more people showed up. And, you know, I seen this huge conversation on the wall, which is 5-star diamonds and above in corporate. And they were talking about, like, they don't know if it's going to be hit or miss because they don't know if they're going to distract people from, like, or detract or, yeah, whatever. Get people, like, turned off by the amount of, like, emphasis that they're putting on working and challenging yourself and making, you know, like, they were sharing stories how people were crying during their workouts and, you know, all this stuff. And they could have said, it's only 25 minutes. It's only 25 minutes. Show up. It's 25 minutes, you know? But, and everyone, like, Julie Voris, she was in Sean Week. She's the girl with the short blonde hair. She's, she's freaking amazing. But she came in there and she was like, you know what? We want people to be a part of this company, whether they're a challenger or a coach, that want to put in the work, that know their worth, point blank, period.
Well, you think about the foundation of Beachbody, and the 2 largest selling programs that have ever been released through Beachbody are P90X and Insanity. And both of those infomercials and the way that both of those programs are marketed is like, dude, if you're ready to step your game up, do these programs, right? And that's what, I mean, Beachbody has been built off of those 2 programs, like even before the coaching network started, right? Like that's where they got all of their name. Like you cannot go any, I mean, you know how many programs, P90, you know, songs, references. I see billboards with P90X on it. People, like, memes. I mean, everyone knows what P90X is, right?
I know they may not know what Beachbody is, but you're like,
yeah, but they know what
P90X or Insanity.
I know what that is. Oh, Insanity, that crazy guy. Yeah, I know what that is, right? You know. So I don't think people. I think that they made a. You know, I'm gonna be honest with my feelings about this. I think that Beachbody made a little bit of a mistake trying to make everything so easy, like dumbing down. I don't think that they needed to dumb down fitness. I think they needed to, like, lift people up to the level where they need to be. Like, yeah, put some modifiers, things like that. But Ashley disagrees because she likes those 20-minute workouts.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with shorter workouts, but don't, like, for your guys' sake, don't sit there and advertise and focus on that aspect of the workouts, because you're going to get people that no longer want to do, like, when after 21 Day Fix came out, I tried to go back to Piyo. I'm like, what's this 45-minute bullshit? Oh my God. I used to spend 3 hours on the treadmill at the gym. Okay. What am I bitching about? 45 minutes, 15 minutes.
I always try to keep my mind. I'm like, if it's less than an hour, that's freaking good. And all Beachbody's programs, except for one day on Quarter Force, are less than an hour. And one in P90X.
Yeah. But so make sure that you change with coaches, with challengers, everything. Make sure that you're not making it look easy. So Dina asked, when trying to pick people based on your avatar, how picky should you be? I find myself spending too much time scrolling, trying to find the right people. I might waste too much time scrolling. I find people most of the time, but I worry I'm spending too much time. Sorry, did you guys just hear my kid out the window? That was weird. Anyways, so Dana and anybody else that has this issue, the other day, maybe it was yesterday, I posted how to find new followers on Instagram. Watch that video. It's a gem. You get on Instagram and you go to pages that you like. Nothing health and fitness related. No fit Barbie or blah, 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 whoever. Go to a page that you like. Like today I went to Forever 21. I went to Boston Terriers. I went to Seattle Seahawks, and I went to one other place. Oh, Scary Mommy. Oh my gosh. Hold on. You're being waved at. No, you can't go in the front yard by yourself. No, don't give everybody the puppy dog eyes. Get out of here.
Hi, Gage. Oh, he can't hear me.
He can't hear you. And don't encourage him. Baba. No, not until I'm off. You're interrupting a very important call. Grandma's calling you. Do you see this kid? No, he's not outside. He's in here. I'm sorry. Gage, you gotta stop saying please. I love you. Anyways, so as I was saying, Gage, go out there. So what you do is you go to these pages, right? And Bubba, come on, really. You are not shutting Grandma out. I am very sorry, guys. Okay. Anyways, so what I would suggest is you go, okay, you know what? You are being very rude right now. I love you and I appreciate you using your manners, but I'm on an important team call and you're not going outside by yourself. Not in the front yard. In the backyard, more than welcome. You're fenced in and I don't have to worry. Anyways.
Fun times.
Yeah, thanks, Mom, for ruining my life. Okay, anyways. So what she's basically suggested is opening Instagram on your laptop or your desktop, right? And going to these pages that you like, that fit your brand, that fit your avatar. And then you click on their followers and you base it on 200 to 5, you look for people that have 200 to 500 followers. That way, when they start following you, it's not lost in the sauce of like 1,000, 2,000 people that they follow, right? And then you go and you find their names. Obviously, that you want them to like vibe with your tribe, right? And you open tabs. So I started 10 to 20 tabs. I opened them up. Any ones that were private, I deleted. I closed out because I'm not going to mess around with people with private accounts. If you don't want to be shown, then you don't want to be an unstoppable misfit. That's point blank. So I close out the tabs and then I go and I see if we vibe together. And then I comment and question all that stuff, just like CCQs, just like we do on Facebook or whatever. But it's so quick. If you're on your desktop, you're not sitting there scrolling. You're opening new tabs. You're closing out all the ones that are private and you're closing out all the ones don't fit your vibe. You could see their whole profile right away. And you could see like, oh, well, this one's doing this and this one's doing that and blah, 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 blah. Oh, this one has kids and she has puppies and blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. You know? So, Cindy, you're muted. I could see your mouth moving. What'd you say?
I did it while you were just talking.
Yeah?
Because that's not how I've been doing it. So I was like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and see if she's, whatever. Right? And I did it.
Yeah.
And the second person I opened is like my avatar.
Weird.
I know.
That
Weird.
always happens with you, Cindy. You always find that random one.
Well, although she could be your avatar too, Vicki. She could be yours because she does say mermaid in the first thing.
Ooh.
Weird.
But she wrote aliens built mermaids, which I think is funny. So she's pretty funny looking.
So you guys, if someone could go in there real quick and bump it, it's in the big team page. It's in like an 8-minute video. It's a training video. It is freaking awesome. So make sure that you guys watch this IG video and it will help you build your following. It's awesome. Okay. So the next question was, Kimberly said, can you talk a little bit about your journey living with hypothyroidism and how Beachbody has helped you with the condition? So this is kind of like, so we actually have a couple girls on here with hypothyroidism or autoimmune diseases. So, me personally, I know that Shakeology has helped me tremendously because there's a lot of ingredients like ashwagandha that you need if you, Dana, don't judge me, that you need if you struggle with thyroid issues. So Shakeology has helped me energy level wise, but here's the thing, when it comes to having hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's or a lot of autoimmune diseases, Lyme disease, any of that, your body goes into, it starts like trying to protect itself if you push too hard. So while we were just talking about half an hour workouts versus an hour workouts, I noticed my last week of Shift Shop where they're 55-minute workouts, I was dying. Like I was super moody. Like my body was breaking down. I felt like I was getting sick. So there's certain things that you shouldn't be doing. Like if you have autoimmune disease, you should obviously research the things you should and should not do. I am not your physician. Do not trust any words that come out of my mouth. I'm not like, don't not trust me, but I'm not like prescribing you anything. But just listen to your body, and something doesn't feel right, slow up. I have a really hard time because this pride in me, because I used to be overweight and I think that I could push myself harder than I can. I always regret it. So just listen to your body. But I know firsthand that Shakeology has done a tremendous amount of helping me build my nutrients, my energy, my digestion. If you have thyroid issues, you lose your hair. I should probably be bald by now, and I'm not. And probably the amount of dye my hair doesn't help. But so, I mean, that's a very personal question too. Like I said, a lot of people on here have that. I also have a hypothyroidism video on YouTube if you want to watch it. But does anyone else want to answer, like Dana, do you want to touch on any of that?
My kid was screaming in the background. I heard that it was about hypothyroidism, but what was the actual question?
Like how Beachbody or Shakeology or how any of that has helped you with your hypothyroidism.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'd say, like, I mean, I know that I always did workouts before, but just being, like, fatigued, just being able to do the workouts and making myself, and it gives you that natural energy. And, of course, the endorphins have helped with, like, the stress and anxiety that comes along with it. And then I know this is going to sound super cheesy, but just having, like, the accountability and, like, the network of positivity has helped just me come out of dark days where I just didn't feel well or whatever. So
awesome. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else want to touch on that moving forward? Okay. So that was all the questions that was posted in the big team page. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, Chelsea asked if anyone has a screenshot of Excel tracking, and I pretty sure that I said I was going to do a short video training on Sheets or whatever I was told to use. Because my life has been so chaotic and because I have the world's greatest memory, psych, I forgot to do it because I didn't write it down. But here we go. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to make a video on how I'm doing it tomorrow. Make video.
What are you using, Vicki?
Google Sheets.
Streak? Oh, you're using Google.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two other things too that are free.
Asana?
Because she said that she was worried about the TeamZ price. So
yeah.
A lot of people on our team are using Google Streak. And Christine Dwyer, who's the head of Platinum Presenters, who's like our main big guest mama team.
Our main bee.
You can Google her YouTube, which is Christine Dwyer, or if you're not on the Platinum, if it's not on her public page, it's on the Platinum Presenters website, which you can sign up for as long as you're a part of her downline. It takes a couple of days to get approved and access to it, but there's massive resources there. But she has probably the best tutorial of Streak that I have seen from Gmail, like that I've seen her use. And then Asana is also free, and a lot of coaches use that. I have a few coaches on my team that have been using Asana for tracking as well, and that's also free.
I have a really hard time learning new stuff when it comes to technology, and so like if it takes me more than 10 minutes, I'm like, I'm out. Because I'd rather be building relationships.
Sometimes we have to learn.
I know.
About new things to be successful in our business, because I'm also a technology dinosaur and do not like learning new things.
And you depend on us to get things done.
Yes, sometimes. Yeah, but not that. Oh, that's there you go. That leads into my question.
What's your question?
She just said, depending on others. My question that I posted that you did not bring up. How many coaches does it take to change a light bulb?
I told you I was not.
How many coaches does it take to change a light bulb?
I remember that question.
Anyone know the answer? No?
How many, honey?
No one? None. Because successful coaches automate low-level tasks. There you go. Ba-dum. Right? There we go. Come on. Y'all know. I got another one. You want my other one? I lay out one more. Okay. I got to look at it. I forgot. Okay. You guys are going to like this one. Okay. So why did the Beachbody coach dump her boyfriend?
Why?
Lack of engagement.
Oh, God.
Because we're always trying to boost our engagement, right?
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, yeah. You love jokes, right?
So I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Oh, wait. Nicole, my own insecurities and lack of originality has left me posting dry workout and Shakeology posts. I am not getting any traction. What are your thoughts? Okay. So your photo or your video is what attracts people. Your content is what keeps them and engages with them. or is what you want to be engaging with. So get deep with your posts. Like anytime, everyone has really good thoughts or quotes or something that flows in your head throughout the day, right? Some people do it best when they're driving. Some people, those thoughts pop in when they're working out, wherever it is. Make sure that you have your phone or a notepad next to you and write that shit down. Like when I'm working out, like I'm like, what they say to me and like how I'm feeling, I get this urge to like go on Facebook and like post my quote or whatever. But instead of taking that time, just write it down real quick or tell Siri to put it in your notes section and then create a post with that content. Oh yeah, use voice memo on your phone. You want to let's be real here. Ashley, don't be a basic bitch, right? Don't be basic. That's right. Hashtag tonight, don't be basic. So here's the thing. Don't just go on social media and be like, guess what? Did my workout today. Sweaty selfie. Whoop, whoop. Or having Shakeology today. Whoop, whoop. I believe Chalene Johnson said, don't kiss your Shakeology shaker cups like 5 years ago. I stopped doing it then. You need to be in depth. Like, what are you working out for? What does that mean to you? What did you strive for this morning? What have you overcame? What did you need to hear when you first started that journey? Right? Like think like you're posting to your old self. What did she need to hear? What are the kind of things that she needed help with? What?
How many times do you have to hit the snooze button?
None, right? You guys have to listen. Oh my gosh, Candace, where are you, girl? Oh, you're on here. You guys have to listen to Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. You have to listen to it, not read it, listen to it. Candace is loving this book. You guys, if hesitation is your problem, if snoozing is your problem, if putting off procrastination, anything is your problem, listen to this book. It's going to blow your damn mind. It is crazy. You will never hit the snooze button again. Dana, listen to 5-second rule.
Hey, can I add to that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a lot of coaches who, when they start, they're all about posting the quotes, And I do the same thing as you. If I see something, like my notes and my phone is full of shit that I see throughout the day. But there's a reason certain quotes speak to you.
Right.
So, like, you can post this bomb-ass quote, right? Like, oh, yeah. Well, what the hell are you posting it for? Why did it speak to you? Like, if you're having trouble thinking of shareable content or valuable content, take that quote and ask yourself, why is this hitting home to me? Is it because, I used to be bullied when I was a kid? Is it because, I lock myself in my room and eat when nobody can see me? Like, why? I mean, that's kind of an easy way to find stuff to share. Because you don't just resonate with a quote because, oh, hey, it sounds good. Like, there is a reason. So that's one way to start kind of digging in. And sometimes, I know it's hard to share some of that stuff sometimes, but that's a way to start scratching your own surface. Because there's shit in there that y'all are chicken to share, or you don't think people are going to care, or they're not going to relate to it. And that's exactly what you're, depriving everyone of. That's what you. That's what people need from you.
And that's exactly right. I love that you said that, Ashley. And you know what? That's exactly how you share your story too. No one's asking you to go on Facebook Live and be like, well, this day I was born and all this shit happened and here I am today. No one's asking you to do that. But when you breadcrumb your story and post, whether they're quotes or whether they're pictures or whether they're videos or whether they're whatever, you're breadcrumbing in your content. And that's what's going to get people to stay a follower. You want to create lifers. You don't just want to create people that come and like your shit because you post really pretty photoshopped selfies with fake eyelashes. I still do that sometimes.
Ashley and I have been talking about how people like gross stuff too, or real raw, real stuff. Ashley posted about this period cup thing, right? And so she convinced me to get one. And legit, we have had more people on our live period cup videos than we've had on any health and fitness video.
Wait. I got to stop you further.
I died when I saw that.
So it's based on your followers, though.
Go live together. What?
I said it's based on your followers, though. You have, if Joelle would go live about a period cup, I'm sure that they would not have the same vibe as you and Ashley. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah. It goes on your followers. So whatever you're like, you're going to attract. So these girls are McNasty.
Are you saying that our followers are gross?
No,
are you saying our followers are gross?
I'm not saying
we like it wrong. We like,
no, they are.
Like, no fluffy bullshit.
She totally just called you McNasty.
Wait,
I agree.
I just wanted to say something about that. So one thing that I do too is because you're not always inspired to post things, right? And so like I do the thing with the voice notes. Whenever I get an idea, I'm always like voice noting, or I have a million sticky notes. Like when I'm listening, I'll be working on my other business, my boring accounting business, and I'll be listening to podcasts, and I'll get inspired by something, and I write down sticky notes of things that I want to do later, right? Or the one thing I've been doing too is taking pictures of everything, right? I'm like a crazy picture junkie now. Like I literally take pictures of anything that I possibly could, that comes up that possibly could be a post. And before in the past, I would always just take pictures in the moment and then post immediately, right? And, I would save motivational quotes for later, but like I wouldn't post like real content pictures, right? Like something that's happening in my actual life, right? So like, don't feel like you have to be like, every day posting what's happening that day. Like I'll take pictures of my own life and then, post it a week later or something like that with content or information from that day or posts or, Throwback Thursday or whatever you want to do. And then also if you're on Pinterest, because, I hesitated being on Pinterest, and then Vicki made me a Pinterest addict. So if you're on Pinterest and you just look up literally Beachbody coach post ideas or Beachbody coach, social media content, it gives you, you're going to get hundreds of thousands of pages and posts with just ideas. Like, and for me, a lot of times it takes just a trigger, right? Like something to like trigger my mind about something that's not a workout or Shakeology post.
But here's the thing too. What will help you guys, if you guys have Instagram or Snapchat, anytime that you don't feel really in depth, like going in deep, snap a picture of whatever it is you're doing, your workout, whatever. Be funny, use a filter, be McNasty if you want to, be you, be real, be raw, because you could snap an Instagram story like over and over and over and over and over again. And people love watching that because it's like real time. They know you're real. They get to know you right away. So maybe maybe you're not feeling so deep today. Maybe you're not so zen with yourself. Maybe you're grumpy pants and you're like, I ain't posting a fucking selfie today. He's in my house somewhere and the door is open and I just cussed and I'm surprised I didn't hear $. But anyways, so like you could be snapping away, like snap your tea bag. Sorry, my 10-year-old voice. That's what you were giving up.
And I'm laughing, so that's where my followers are. See, this is why I'm your avatar, right? And then my avatars are equally as dirty-minded.
Anyways, snap your tea quotes or your food or, your Energize or your workouts or your shoes or your walking or what, anything. Just moving on. Use IG stories and Snapchat or Facebook stories too, because people get to know the real you right away. And people love that real-time shit because, like you've heard before, people like raw, whether it's McNasty or not. They like it raw. Does anyone else have any questions? We are like the Beavis and Butthead of coaching. Oh my gosh. When you're referring to your avatar, is that your ideal person that you have created? Okay, yes, it is exactly that. Your avatar is who you are attracting. So, like Dana, this actually goes back to the kind of the question that you asked. How picky should you be? So, when I did the first round of Diamond Mind training, I remember specifically asking Dana and Christine this. Where's Christine? She's on here. I know she is. But I remember asking them because, when we're thinking about our avatar and we're not trying to get too picky, and then sometimes we think like, what would I do on my day out if I didn't have a kid? And I'm like, oh my gosh, if you're a mom, you're like, what do I do if I don't have to worry about my children? And the kid on the table, or the kid on the table, dinner on the table, and this, and this. What do I do? Who do I hang out with? And so I'm sitting there And I'm talking like, who would you hang out with? If you want to go get your nails done, would you want to be by yourself? What kind of people would you want to bring over? If you want to go in your backyard and have a bucket of daiquiris, yes, that was a real thing, a bucket of daiquiris in your pool, who would you want to have with you? So I say when you are choosing the people that you want to be in your challenge group or in your coaching, in your team, don't choose anyone that you wouldn't want to share a bucket of daiquiris with. Point blank. If you wouldn't invite them over for a backyard barbecue, why invite them to your team? Gallons of DAC. That's a NOLA thing. And we'll be there in 13 days. I'm expecting a bucket of daiquiris. Okay? Maybe not. But anyways, what I'm saying is like, look for people that you vibe with. Look for people that you connect with. Because hopefully by the end of their 30-day challenge group, right? They're going to be sitting here on Tuesday night bullshitting with us. Hopefully they can keep up. Hopefully they like it raw. Hopefully they can hang. But just think about the people that, if you went to a playground, right? And you've seen all these moms or all these women around, what kind of person would you go talk to? What do they look like? Are they laughing? Are they standoffish? Are they to themselves? Are they incorporating everyone else around them? What are they wearing? I have like groany McGronerson back here. Oh, my life is horrible. But just think about that. You guys are amazing. Yes. Okay. It's raining.
We're in a severe drought, so this is like crazy. Yeah, super good. I don't know if it'll keep raining, but my power went out. That's why I disappeared for a second.
Oh, okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Yvette has a question. Maybe. Where are my abs? I think we're all wondering. It's under my pizza belly. That's where my abs are. Abs are made under the decks. Under the decks. Angie stole them. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Okay. So I have a question for you guys. No one's going to get a gold star. No one's going to get a bucket of daiquiris. I'm sorry. But how do you handle objections?
Figure out what's holding them back.
Okay. Good. With questions. Yep. Awesome. Ask questions.
Start asking them why. Just asking why would they, be objecting to that, or just digging deep.
Awesome. Come see me when you are ready. So here is another thing that I learned from the 5-second rule. I'm telling you guys, this book is like, I've never wanted to use this phrase before in my life, but this book is money. Like it's legit. And I just used it. I felt super basic. Anyways, I'm just going to keep going back to that. But she talks about people that make excuses or people that make objections are basically they're saying, I don't want to be responsible for the outcome. Like if I fail at not making time for that, I don't want to be responsible. Right? That makes sense, right? That's people saying like, I don't have time for this, or I don't have the money for this. Chances are you have the money. People always have the money to do something that they want or need, right? I do the feel, felt, found. Yeah, definitely. And you want to explain more on that, Cindy?
Sure. So basically, I learned a long time ago, and I kind of created it into my own little way I talk, in my language or whatever. I don't necessarily use it exactly like that, but so like if someone, I don't know, give me an objection, concerned about money, right? We'll use money.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have the money.
It's just expensive. I just don't have enough money. And then like, let's say I know this person buys Starbucks every day, right? Because I've been doing my job and I've been researching their page and building a relationship with them. So I know that. So I will use that as an example. So I'll say, oh, I understand how you, I understand how you feel. When I first started with Beachbody, that's kind of how I felt too. I thought that was really expensive to do that. But then I realized that both my husband and I were drinking 2 triple grande mochas a day. And I found that I could replace that with just drip coffee in the morning with even I used to drink, that nasty, the artificial creamers. I don't anymore, but back then I did, with whatever, my vanilla caramel creamer. And we ended up saving money by buying 2 bags of Shakeology a month. So like, I tell them, yeah, that's I didn't make that up. That's like my legit story, right? So I don't like lie. You don't lie to people. Like that's actually my legit story. Is my husband and I did used to drink that much coffee and spend that much at Starbucks, and that's how we paid for Shakeology originally, was by eliminating that. So
awesome, thank you.
Yeah,
relate when relatable, definitely, and don't be afraid to throw your story in there or your own objections too, because like we all had objections in some way, shape, or point. What? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. In some way, we all had an objection, right? When coming into this, like we either thought we weren't good enough, we didn't have the money, we didn't have the time, we couldn't make the time, we didn't actually start working our business until 6 months into the business, we didn't open our Beachbody challenge pack, the day it came in, or some of us were waiting at our front porch and like harassed the mailman when it came in, but we didn't actually put in the work. We all had this stuff. So you guys have, or 2.5 years. I wasn't going to say that, but you did it. So thank you. But we all have a way of relating, right? We all have had excuses before, and sometimes we still have them. So you guys don't be afraid to relate, and don't think that because you're relating to them that you're being pushy or you're trying to convince them, because that's not what you're trying to do either. You're just like, you know what? I completely understand because of X, Y, and Z. So that was an awesome point. So thank you. Okay. Now I have another question for you guys. Ooh, Danny wants to give a shout out. Woohoo! You could come unmute yourself, Danny, and do a verbal shout out. I got you. Oh, no, you muted yourself. There you go.
Yes, I just want to welcome my new coach, Tasika.
Yay! Welcome, Tasika. Awesome.
Thanks. Hi, guys.
That's all.
Yay. So this is your first team call. We usually don't run it like this, just to let you know. We're a little raw tonight, but but welcome. Okay, so I have one more question for you guys. And I want you guys to, you guys could either chat it, you guys could unmute yourself, but I would like to hear from everybody. Oh my gosh, there's like some misery happening in my living room right now. Why is growing your business important to you? Did you guys hear me?
I just texted her.
What happened? Can you guys hear me?
You're frozen. We can hear you now, but oh, there you are. You're back.
What the heck? Did you guys hear what I said?
No.
It cut out? Ugh. Okay. So I want you guys in the chat box or unmute yourself. I want to know why growing your business is important to you. I don't mean just running challenge groups. I don't mean just inviting once every third Tuesday. Yeah. I mean adding to your network every day, working on you every day, building your team, building your challenge groups. Why is that important to you guys?
It's important to me because, like, I kind of posted a little bit about this yesterday. I didn't have a tribe of my own. I was unhappy. I felt alone. I was like some loudmouth, obnoxious jackass that nobody cared about. Really. And I was just like, I don't want to be that person anymore. And so I decided not to be. I started reading personal development. And then I built my own effing tribe. You guys, I didn't have this. I didn't have girlfriends. I didn't, I thought all girls were drama. I didn't have, support or anything like that. So I found you guys. I built it, And even, I know we go through things where we feel like our, downline is falling apart, or even our teams, and we're like, oh, it's not what it used to be. That's on your shoulders as much as it's on anyone's. It's up to us to build what we need. And so that's what it all means to me, I guess.
I love that, Ashley. Real quick, Jill, can you unmute yourself and share with what you heard on the Rob Dial podcast today? What'd he say?
I forget what part you're talking about.
What'd he say about if your life sucks, it's your fault?
That's pretty much what he said. That's how blunt he was. Because his point was basically, if you're saying your life sucks, but you're not doing anything to fix it, then it's no one else's fault. It's not your employer. It's not your spouse. It's not your friends. It's no one else. Only you control you.
Right. Yeah.
It was a good podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, it's MWS Motivation if you guys want to listen to it. But Ashley, you totally remind me of that because you're like, my life sucked and I didn't like where I was. And so what did she do? She changed it. She took control and she found coaching, and she found a tribe of women just like her who are raw and, like all this gross stuff. To make a difference, I wanted to help others and help myself. See so many people, so many women unhappy, struggling to find a version of themselves they love. I just want to help them with their journey as I take I love that. I want to be able to quit my day job. I want to be able to spend more time with my stepkids and have a family of my own. I also want to spend more time on the military side, expand my career now that I am moving up in ranks, retire my husband, be able to take care of my grandson, give him the world. You do give him the world, Tracy. Spend summers with my kids. You guys, just to let you know, when we talk about Success Club, or we talk about Emerald, or we talk about building for income, or we talk about all these things that may sometimes, especially as a new coach, may sometimes seem unreachable, right? I know it can get overcomplicated. I know it can get overwhelming. But these are the stepping stones that we build, or that are in place for you to move forward. You always want to be doing better than the month before. And sometimes we're entrepreneurs. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. So it's not always going to be this uphill climb. You're going to have ups and downs, right? Just like our own weight loss if we've ever tried to work on ourselves. But we got to keep going, and we have to know that the reason why we want this to work, the reason why we want to be successful is so important to us. So that way we are getting through the tough times. That way we're not distracted by these other MLMs that are like, hey, you want to sell a dozen bottles of wine and become lush puppies and then make this money? Oh, you don't need Beachbody anymore. I'm not calling anybody out, but I'm just saying, don't do that. You have a why, you have a purpose. Y'all are laughing like I'm talking about something specific, but you have a why, you have a reason.
My team name would be called the Lush Puppies now.
I know. I love that she just said Lush Puppies.
Brilliant. Someone better have a team out there called the Lush Puppies that's in the wine club. That's it. I
am not promoting. No,
people will be my avatar.
Right? I am copywriting that, so we cannot use that. We are no.
Please no. No, I agree. No, please no.
Y'all get what I'm saying though. We are here for a purpose. So we're not going to look at the shiny things look, this company gives away cars, or I get to drive a pink Cadillac, or blah, 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 blah. No, we have a purpose. We're here for a reason. And that is going to drive us forward, because we know what it's like to be unhappy, to be unhealthy, to be overweight, to be sad, to be depressed, to, not love ourselves. No matter what size or shape, we know what it's like not to love ourselves, right? There's not calling anyone out, but there's no eyelashes, no lip company, no wine company, no legging company, no nail company that's ever going to make you learn to love yourself. Right? I love what Cindy said. I'm sorry, I'm getting on a little tangent here. But Cindy posted in the Misfit Republic Leaders group the other day. She said, I owe my life. Like, I don't know if you guys have been involved with Beachbody long enough to feel like it's actually saved your life, or maybe you have, and it's only been one day since you've been a coach. But there's people here where we're terrified to even think about where we would be without Beachbody. And like, I know Cindy feels this way. I feel this way. I'm sure Ashley, I'm sure a dozen of coaches on here right now feel this way. But even if we didn't make another dollar, I would never, ever, ever leave Beachbody because what it's done.
That's why I didn't answer really, because I knew I would start crying. So I'm just going to answer anyway. But I just wanted to say, so when I've been a coach for almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in like a week from now or something like that. Holla, woohoo, long-term coach. But I first started just to pay it forward, right? Because I met Vicki, and I also, like Ashley, did not have friends. I literally told my husband I was going to be friends with Vicki on social media. I did not know her. She was a stranger. He knew my husband. I'm like, I'm going to be friends with that girl. And now look, she's one of my best friends. So that's how that works. Like, that's manifesting in real life, right? You just got to do it and go for it. And I originally just wanted to pay it forward because my accounting career was over 6 figures. Like, I didn't need the money. And then when I saw people, I took this like thing from Chalene Johnson that talked about your priorities and your vision for your future. And I realized that my accounting career was nothing that I wanted to do. And Beachbody was, right? Beachbody had all the yeses and accounting had all the nos. And so that's when I went diamond. That's when I started working my business after being a coach for over 2.5 years, right? And of like, playing around, whatever, fucking around with it. But then it became about the income, right? So then it was like my mind was all about the income. And I personally lost connection with my why, about why I was here, why I was doing what I wanted to do, why I started with Beachbody. I'm starting to cry, just so you know. So just little pre-warning here. I can feel it. I'm getting a little bit of a clump here. I'm feeling it come up, right? But speaking of the, lush puppies, is that an example? There has been some Beachbody coaches that have left this company that I love and respect and appreciate. And there's been a wave. And, this isn't the first wave. Like, if you've been around Beachbody for a long time, the same thing happened when Miriam came, which was like, Miriam was like a big new thing. And everyone was going to Miriam. Even founding coaches they were multimillionaires, went to Miriam. And now Miriam is getting sued and they're going out of business, by the way. So there's that. Just wanted to put that on the side there. And so it happens in waves, right? Like Vicki said, it's it is the shiny new object type thing. And I don't care what anyone does. Like, I'm not hating on wine. I'm not hating on Miriam. Like, I respect anyone's, like, if you have a passion for your product and a true mission to help people, I don't care what your product is, right? And, I support a lot of other network marketers, but it took people I love and respect leaving this business, and them bashing Beachbody for me to, like, get my feathers ruffled about it, right? For me to not be defensive, but for me to, I was talking to my coach, Rosa. She's not on here tonight, but she's in town, so I actually just saw her, and I was talking to her the other day about it, that, like, the way that they're bashing about Beachbody is that how hard our business is, that our business model is a little bit harder than other network marketing companies, right? Because, it's easy to freaking sell wine. People fucking drink, right? People are luscious. They are. They're the lush puppies. They're the lush puppies. That's why that's so appropriate, right? It's easy to sell makeup because women, we love makeup, right? We're told to paint our faces and look, that's how we look beautiful. We're told to cover up all our flaws. So we want this flawless coverage makeup, right? We love our nails looking pretty. That's why we all buy Jamberry and shit. I love Jamberry, by the way. I'm like a Jamberry addict, just so you know. Okay? We cook, so we buy Pampered Chef because it's freaking the bomb, right? But it is hard to convince someone to believe in themselves. That is harder. That is a harder mission. Like, it is hard to take someone who has low self-worth and help them truly live out the best life they can possible for them on their terms, right? That's what we do as coaches. it starts with, you know, a little DVD, whatever, no more DVDs, who knows, little online streaming, you know, and some nutrition programs. But the way our business model is completely set up, and the way that our CEO, Carl Deichler, has a passion for helping other people, it goes so much further beyond money and beyond a product and beyond a thing. Like Beachbody, like Vicki said, Beachbody has saved my life. I started at almost 300 pounds of Beachbody. My husband was 300 pounds, right? You know, we've lost like 170 pounds together. And we're not done, but like it saved our marriage. We went through a really rough patch in our marriage, and the personal development and the community of our team helped me save our marriage. And we are like, now we're like, yo, like the tightest ever, right? You know, I mean, it's gotten me, I've completely gotten rid of a career. You know, I only have one more client left, right, that I have to get rid of, and I will be a full-time coach, right? It's gotten rid of a career that I didn't like, that was not satisfying for me, where I helped other people build their dreams and not my own. That's because of Beachbody. Like, yeah, I am freaking loyal to Beachbody. But the thing is that it's not just about the money, but it's about the amazing thing of, like, I realized, because, you know, I was angry with those people leaving. You know, you go through like these weird things. You're like, how could those people hate on Beachbody? Like, because I've been there through their Beachbody experience, right? And have seen how much Beachbody has given people like that. And then, you know, people but they want to promote their new thing, right? And it becomes beyond money. Like, you can fulfill your calling in life. If you're calling, I believe that people become coaches because they want to pay that forward, right? They want to pay forward that, the gift that has been given to them, whatever that is for you, whether it's self-love, whether it's your health back, whether it's your marriage back, whatever it is for you, it's different, whether it's getting over social anxiety or, you know, having friends and a network again, you know, I mean, it's all different for all of us, but I really think that that's the true gift of Beachbody, and we're all here for a reason, right? And that reason is far beyond working out and taking selfies, right? We have a bigger mission. And you know what? Our mission is harder, but I am willing every single day to wake up and work harder for it. Like, I am willing. Like, I've seen people post about, oh, it was just so tiring, just having to post in challenge groups and give my energy to all these people. I just want to not do that. Well, like, you work a 9-to-5 job, you're giving energy to something that doesn't mean anything to you necessarily. At least if you're investing in real people, you're seeing people's lives change right in front of you. You know, I always told Vicki that, and it's on my page and all this stuff, that I just, even if I could help one person, like, not feel the way that I did when I met Vicki, because I was miserable and lonely, right? I hated myself. And all that changed, right? If I could take that away for one person, it would make it worth it. So, yeah. So that's why I want to succeed. And I want to give that gift to my team, to my other coaches, to my challengers, right? So there you go. There's my cry fest. So
I love you.
I love you too.
So yeah, I don't even know where to go from there. Thank you, Cindy.
That's why I was answering, because I knew I could get all, like, you know, puffed up about it. So
yeah, there's nothing more to say. So you guys are here because you want to pay it forward. You want to take other amazing women just like you on this journey with you. And I know, like, a lot of us here, we know it's hard to believe in yourself, especially if you've ever doubted your self-worth, if you've ever felt good enough. But I promise you, you are. And as a Beachbody coach, it's helped me find my worth. You guys, no matter what your childhood was, no matter what other people told you, no matter even if it wasn't any outside influence, if it was just yourself, you are worthy of an abundance of life or love, laughter, happiness, wealth, success. You are worthy of achieving everything that you want. And I know some days may be hard. Some days you may not want to get out of bed. Some days you may not want to do your workouts or eat good. You know, some days you may pull away. Maybe you feel like you need to find yourself or find your meaning or find your whatever, and you feel like you're pulling away. When you start feeling like that, you really need to lean in, because when you start closing off and blocking people out, you're burying yourself deeper in that hole. And that's what's so amazing. Like you've heard from Cindy, like the support, the community, like how many of you have been improved somewhere of your life because of the support in the community. But if you pull away from that, you push all that away, you're closing out such a huge part of what could help you. No one's going to judge you because you don't want to work out. No one's going to judge you because you ate a container of Oreos. No one's going to judge you because you've been crying all day because you don't feel worthy. You need to lean in, and this is why I love this team so much, because we can do that. We can do that. We got so many girls that have our backs. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. I wish every freaking high school out there had girls like this, right? Wouldn't that be fucking awesome? Like, right? I just see all you guys go like, oh my God, like high school sucked balls. If you're a girl and you went to high school, it sucked balls. I'm not going to go into that. But if you imagine yourself as a 16-year-old girl and you had a support system like we do now, holy shit, man. But you know what? A lot of us are moms. And so we can pass that on to our kids, right? And we could pass this on to other women out there. Maybe they're moms, maybe not yet. Maybe they don't want to be. That's fine, but we could still pass it forward. Pay it forward. We're here. We have a mission. It is our responsibility to carry on that mission. And we're doing it together. So don't ever think that you're alone on this. Yes, Victoria, you've been doing an awesome job teaching your girls this. What Chelsea and Missy say? What? Yes. Well, Missy, I'm very glad to have you back, and I'm glad that you and Chelsea teamed up, because you guys are the bomb.com. And yes, everyone needs a success partner. If you guys, here, we're going to do a little thing.
If find one too.
For those who do not have a success partner, go post in the big team page, and we're going to play the Cupid. I was going to say the Cupid Shuffle, but that's a song. We're going to play Matchmaker or something like that. But anyways, I love you guys. We're going to end this call. Thank you for watching the recording. We're going to do the selfie now. So